Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 2015 Aston Martin DB10. Now this is a concept car that was specially created for the James Bond film Spectre, meaning very few of them were actually produced, only 10 of them in fact, 8 of which were used on the film, and 2 of them were promotional vehicles. And one of those vehicles in 2016 was actually sold at auction for £2.4 million. So yeah, very rare, very exclusive and very expensive for Aston Martin. Probably one of the rarest ever out there. And yeah, I think it's easily one of their best looking cars actually. I just love how rounded it is, how you know, flowing it is, how there's very little break in the lines, and then the fact that it has air vents on the bonnet, but they're not the usual big, kind that you can see a mile off. They're these little pinpricks that obviously help, but aren't, inducive to the design overall, and don't overwhelm the bonnet. And yeah, that obviously helps everything else. And then you got the rounded rear end with a little bit of a spoiler. You got twin exhausts, and yeah, it just looks so good. And obviously it inspired, or at least was a look at future Aston Martins, how they would look. And the DB11 does look somewhat like this, as well as the new Aston Martin V8 Vantage, which is out next year, or early this year. And yeah, this is actually based on the 2017 V8 Vantage, which obviously at the time was yet to be released, but yeah, it was based on that car. And yeah, engine wise, it's not the most advanced thing, it's certainly not as advanced as what the car looks like, but it's a 4.7 litre V8 engine producing 500 horsepower and 412 pounds-feet of torque, which isn't a huge amount, but then again, this is still pretty much a sports car, it's not really a supercar. So yeah, the fact it only has 500 horsepower isn't a hindrance to it. In fact, it's a perfect amount, quite frankly, because it only weighs 3,400 pounds. So yeah, very little in the way of weight for a car of this size and stature, and especially for a car that is a concept car, so it might not even be the lightest it could ever have been if it had gone straight into production. So yeah, cracking vehicle, and using a fantastic car chase in Spectre. Not the best car chase in the film series, but still well up there, as it raced again, chased down a Jaguar CX-75, and yeah, really do like this car. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it's capable of. So yeah, with 500 horsepower on tap from a really nice sounding V8, this is a cracking sports car overall. And even though I can understand why they'd only make it as a concept car for a film, it would have been nice had they produced several more for the public, because yeah, it's a big shame that most of these are never going to be seen on the road, and a big shame that most people will never be able to actually even see one, never mind drive one. But it's still a cracking vehicle in its own right, despite that, especially considering it is only supposed to be a concept car, but the fact that we can see it in full, despite that, and the fact that it's a car that properly works. It's not just a film car, it's not just something that's built purely for a few seconds on a film. It's actually capable of properly driving, and it drives brilliantly. The handling is superb, it feels really well balanced. It's got obviously just rear wheel drive, so you can have plenty of fun with it when you want, but because it's so lightweight, it's got really rather direct steering, meaning you can hit the corners as hard as you want and not be afraid of losing it, because there's plenty of grip there. The brakes are really good as well, the suspension doesn't let the car roll about. So yeah, on handling fronts, this is well up there with the best of Aston Martins. Just shows how much effort they actually put into this car, despite the fact that it is obviously just a concept car. But still, acceleration wise, it's really rather good as well. 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds, going to 0 to 100 in 9.017 seconds, and onto a top speed of 200 miles an hour, which is, yeah, again, really good. Obviously if it had more power it would be even quicker, but I think it's got the perfect amount of power really. Any more power and it might have spoiled the handling, and yeah, you really don't want to do that in a car like this, because it's meant to be driven, and there's nothing worse than a car like this not handling well. So yeah, love it overall, really. It's not my favourite Aston Martin, but it is well up there, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it as well as me. I also like the fact that the brake lights are on top of the roof, you know, the secondary ones. But yeah, cracking vehicle. If you've got the Best of Bond car pack, highly recommend trying it out if you haven't already. And yeah, if you haven't got the car pack, then it is well worth it, because there are several cracking vehicles, and if you're even slightly a Bond fan, then you'll get plenty of enjoyment out of it. And yeah, this is going to be the last vehicle I'm going to review out of that car pack, just because there's other vehicles in this game I want to review, and yeah, there's not really any of the other cars that I'm really that interested in reviewing. I know we've got the Z8 still in that car pack, as well as the DBS, and the Citroen 2CV, which has a more powerful engine, but that's pretty much all that's different on that car. So yeah, I'm going to leave the others for a later date. Might review them at some point, but yeah, going to be moving on from the Best of Bond car pack after this video. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you in future reviews, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.